What's up guys, Anton here again, and in today's video I want to talk about career advice for entrepreneurs. And listen, I know that might sound strange, right? Like, if you want to be an entrepreneur, why do you need a career? Why do you need a job? Isn't the point supposed to be to work for yourself, make your own hours, and be your own boss? And yes, of course, that's the end goal when you're an entrepreneur or when you feel entrepreneurial. But the fact of the matter is that the majority of people, when they're first getting started, don't have that ability or that freedom because of money to literally invest all of their time into their business, which means you need to somehow subsidize cash flow, make sure you're making money, and basically able to, float your expenses as you're building your business, okay? So what I personally did and what I would recommend for everyone is that when you're looking for a job or, again, a career, whatever it is, to, again, pay the bills while you're building your own thing on the side at first, my advice is try to find a small business to work for. Try to work for another entrepreneur, someone that maybe you admire, but they don't have to be, the Tim Ferriss or the Gary Vee of the world. They could be just a small town, small business person. So the reason I say that is because that's basically what I did, and the reason I went looking for a job like that is because I read a book, must have been in like 2000, maybe like the year 2000, 2001, I don't know, but it was called The Millionaire Next Door. And this book is basically about the fact that the majority, by far, of millionaires in the United States are not these huge business owners. Most of them run small businesses like construction companies, general contractors, landscapers, things like that, and they just have businesses that make a lot of cash flow, and they don't spend it all. They live below their means. So this got me thinking, like, okay, I want to work for someone like that, because at the time I was like 16, 17 years old, I think, and I was thinking I can get a job working for, a contractor, and not only can I make some money, make some cash, but I'll also learn how this person runs their business. Because the benefit of working for a small business typically is that you have a lot of time with the owner, because the owner is usually the operator, and if you're a hard worker, I've made a previous video about this, about being the best at whatever you're doing, I'll link to that, but if you're a hard worker, there's a good chance you could develop a very strong relationship with that entrepreneur, with that business owner. So what that really gets you is kind of mentorship, right? So not only are you making money, not only are you doing good at your job, but you're establishing a connection with someone who you're striving to be like. Again, it doesn't have to be in the same profession, it doesn't have to be what you actually want to do, but you're learning from someone who's done it, right? They have employees, they have a business. Chances are, even if they don't show it, they do have a lot of wealth, and it's just a really good way to, make something real, right? To be working for someone like that and to be performing, you're going to have that relationship, and it'll show you what a real entrepreneur's life is like, right? Not Mark Zuckerberg's, not the person that started Snapchat, but a real entrepreneur and someone who is very easy to kind of recreate what they've done, again, in any industry, in any niche. So that's my advice, right? Look for a small business that's hiring. A lot of times these opportunities, literally, they come up like on Craigslist. They're not gonna pop up through like, I don't know, monster.com or through like your college's job board who's trying to match you with a business, because what they're trying to do is get you on a traditional career path, right? And that's a problem. So the thing that happens with a lot of people, I remember when I was in college at the University at Albany, they were trying to get all of us in the management program to get jobs with Hertz Rent-A-Car, and that was literally like what they were telling us we should do. They had a big career fair with all these people from Hertz, and they were like, yeah, you could be an associate manager, and then maybe you'll manage like your own Hertz rental car. And I was like, what are you talking about? But that was literally what this university, huge university with a good business school, was trying to get us to do. And you know what? A lot of people took that path and went that route because that's what was available. That's what the school told us we should do. And I bet a lot of them right now are still working at Hertz Rent-A-Car. Meanwhile, what I did was got a job for a guy that sold, like nursery accessories, like literally sold like flowers in the springtime, and in the summer ran a landscaping company in that time of the year. He also ran a company that did home improvement jobs. They also flipped houses. They also built custom homes. And just working for him and doing well, I was able to learn what it was really like to be an entrepreneur, to run a business that, you know, did multiple $10 million in sales with not many employees, with literally like one guy running the show. And that changed a lot for me to have that direct experience. So I got paid, I learned a lot, I established a really good relationship with this guy who runs this company, and it definitely helped me a lot. Meanwhile, everyone else, you know, went to Hertz and made whatever, $36,000 a year with the opportunity to maybe one day make 70. So, you know, even though a lot of people will see those career paths and think like, oh, well, what promotion can I get in 2 years and in 5 years and in 10 years? If you really want to be an entrepreneur, and again, if you don't have the cash flow yet to float what it is you want to do, there's no shame in getting a job and working. In fact, I think most people should do that, but make sure you're working for someone that you can actually learn from to get that benefit in addition to the cash flow. Again, I'm only recommending this based on personal experience. It's what I did. It definitely worked for me. And, you know, I'll tell you, I'm probably going to have my first kid. My wife's pregnant. We're supposed to have a baby like literally today or tomorrow. And when he's older and he wants to get a job, this is the same thing I'm going to advise him on. So it doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you know you're an entrepreneur, you just don't have that money yet and the skill set to do your own thing, work for another entrepreneur, work for a small business, work as hard as you can, impress them. You will establish a relationship, you will get mentorship, and you will learn a lot of values and skills that will transition into your own business whenever you're ready to go full-time with it. So hope you guys found that useful. That's the video of the day. If you did find it useful, please do give it a like or a thumbs up. And as always, I will be back tomorrow with another video, and tomorrow we're going to talk about Cyber Monday and promotions and everything. So if you want to see that, definitely hit that subscribe button. That way you'll get notified as soon as it goes live. So thank you, everybody, and I'll see you